Chief Justice, President of the Court of Appeal, the Honorable Mrs. Dunbar Green, or GGS, ladies and gentlemen. We are here this morning for this brief ceremony of completing the cycle that we began on the 7th of January, when we swore in a number of judges to this Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. We are pleased that Mrs. Dunbar Green is now ready to be sworn in and to assume her responsibilities. We wish you well and good health and success in your undertakings. In this brief ceremony, I'll just read the instrument, and after which, when that is through, we'll invite the Chief Justice, the President of the Court of Appeal firstly, and then the Chief Justice to give their remarks. I realize that we're not just only speaking to the individuals who are here, but we're also speaking to those who are listening in and following us online. Mrs. Dunbar Green, would you please stand? You can stay there. The Constitution of Jamaica, read by His Excellency, the Governor General, to the Honorable Mrs. Justice Marsha Velita Dunbar Green. Greetings. Whereas subsection 2 of section 105 of the Constitution of Jamaica provides that acting judges of the Court of Appeal shall be appointed by the Governor General by instrument under the broad seal on the advice of the Judicial Service Commission. And whereas a vacancy has arisen, and whereas the Judicial Service Commission has advised that you, Marsha Velita Dunbar Green, should be appointed to act as judge of the Court of Appeal. Now therefore, know ye that I, Patrick Clinton Allen, Governor General of Jamaica, reposing full trust in your zeal, your ability, and discretion, do hereby, in exercise of the power vested in me by the Constitution of Jamaica, appoint you, the said Marsha Velita Dunbar Green, to act as judge of the Court of Appeal for the purposes of the Constitution of Jamaica during the period 18th January 2021 to the 26th March 2021, given under my hand and the broad seal of Jamaica at King's House this 18th day of January in the year of our Lord 2021, and the 69th year of the reign of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. God save the Queen. Please. You are going to do the oath of allegiance first, and after that, the judicial oath.
I, Marsha Velita Dunbar Green, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Jamaica, that I will uphold and defend the Constitution and the laws of Jamaica, and that I will conscientiously and impartially discharge my responsibilities to the people of Jamaica. So help me God. I, Marsha Velita Dunbar Green, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Jamaica, that I will uphold and defend the Constitution of Jamaica, and that while acting in the office of puisne judge, I will administer justice to all persons alike in accordance with the laws and usages of Jamaica, without fear or favor, affection or ill will, so help me God.
We're going over. Just a second. And while you have removed the instrument, hold a second. I'm sorry for the benefit of those who are listening in. Uh, there's an error on the oath. Instead of writing the judge of appeal, the secretary placed in there puisne judge. So justice is going to do that oath again.
I, Marcia Velita Dunbar Green, do swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to Jamaica, that I will uphold and defend the Constitution of Jamaica, and that while acting in the office of Judge of Appeal, I will administer justice to all persons alike in accordance with the laws and usages of Jamaica, without fear or favor, affection or ill will. So help me God.
Great. Justice, we wish you well and congratulate you on your appointment. Obviously, the Judicial Service Commission, by recommendation, of course, your performance in the courts, the President of Appeal and the Chief Justice have made the recommendation to the Commission. And obviously, they have great confidence in you to make this recommendation. We wish you well. We wish you strength and energy and fortitude of mind and body and spirit so that you can execute your duties to make not just the judicial system a better system, but also all Jamaica who benefit from your service. They also will be proud of you and your service to Jamaica. Congratulations.
Your Excellency, Sir Patrick Linton Allen, Honorable Justice Brian Sykes, Chief Justice of Jamaica, staff of King's House, representatives of the Court Administration Division, members of the media, family and friends of Justice Dunbar Green who are viewing online. And I am muted to say, my lords and ladies of the Court of Appeal and Supreme Court who are viewing online. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, Your Excellency, we have to, on behalf of all present and those viewing online, express our thanks to you and to the staff of King's House for hosting us this morning. We appreciate that each ceremony entails a great deal of effort, and we are grateful for your continuing generosity in this regard. It seems like just yesterday, Your Excellency, that we were witnessing a similar ceremony, but it was all of 11 days ago. The turnaround, as you say, started on the 7th of January. Your Excellency, this morning you have sworn in one of the most promising members of the judiciary. That promise is built on a body of experience and expertise which has enabled Justice Marsha Dunbar Green to be justly entitled and entrusted to the authority of a judge of appeal. She has a background which is as varied as it is impressive. Interestingly, Your Excellency, a good part of it was spent in education. Justice Dunbar Green is a qualified educator, having graduated from the Michael College, now university. She taught music at St. Andrew High School for Girls. She has taught law and communication at the University of the West Indies, both at the Cayville and Mona campuses. And she has, Your Excellency, a master's degree in international relations. Then comes her qualification in law. After being called to the bar here in 1995, Justice Dunbar Green served in the Attorney General's chambers for 5 years, after which she was appointed to act as a resident magistrate. That was before, Your Excellency, the change of name to Judge of the Parish Court. She served in that capacity in the parish of St. Catherine, after which she was appointed to the post and subsequently served in various locations, including the parish of St. Anne, in the corporate area parish court, the civil division, and in the traffic court for Kingston and St. Andrew. She went back to St. Catherine as a senior resident magistrate and served in that capacity until April 2014, when she was appointed to act as puisne judge, and after a year she was appointed to that post and served there until last September, when she was asked to act as a judge of appeal. Her performance in that court, Your Excellency, has recommended her for her to be allowed to return, and we are grateful to the Judicial Service Commission for having recommended her acting appointment once again. As I said before, Your Excellency, Justice Dunbar Green, her past performance is an earnest of her future exertions. We at the court welcome her return, and we are confident that she will enhance the court in carrying out its mandate. We are in challenging times, Your Excellency. We have threats of severe budget cuts, and nonetheless, the judges of the Court of Appeal and the members of staff there will do their best in the circumstances. Justice Dunbar Green will seamlessly form a part of our team, and her personality will add to the collegiate atmosphere which is required for the court to work properly. So, Justice Dunbar Green, I congratulate you on all your achievements, on your being appointed to act as a judge of appeal, and I have every confidence that you will do well, and wish you all the very best for the future. So thank you very much, Your Excellency, Chief Justice, colleagues, family and friends, and wish you a wonderful day.
Your Excellency, Honorable Sir Patrick Allen, Honorable Mr. Justice Brooks, President of the Court of Appeal, Judges of the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court, the Chief Judge of the Parish Court, Judges of the Parish Court, members of staff of the Court Administration Division, and the rest of the public of Jamaica and attorneys and other family members and well-wishers who are listening and watching this ceremony this morning. Your Excellency, it gives me great pleasure to say to you that the definition of great energy and enthusiasm applies without reservation to the Honorable Mrs. Justice Dunbar Green. As you would have observed, Your Excellency, she has risen like a meteor, as they say. In 6 years of arrival in the Supreme Court, she is in the Court of Appeal. And what has caused this elevation? Her work, her worth, the quality of her writing, and the manner in which she presides in court. A decisive, no-nonsense person, and who has no outstanding judgments in the Supreme Court. And this has been one of her trademarks, Your Excellency, that she completes the judgments within an acceptable time frame. And so when she was asked to act, at first she had, I think, just one outstanding judgment, and it was really to be delivered, not to be written. And so all of those qualities have commended her to the Judicial Services Commission for her to return to the Court of Appeal, where she will undoubtedly contribute to the jurisprudence and the work and the collegiality and the atmosphere in the Court of Appeal. Where we are now, Your Excellency, as a judiciary, when you have the analogy with sports, when you listen to basketball, you will hear the basketball coaches saying they have to get the stop, that is to stop the opponents from scoring, and then they go on the offensive. Speaking cricket, you talk about stopping the flow of runs, creating pressure, and then pushing back on the opposition. And the same thing with volleyball, since that was a sport that I played. You have the blocks going, and then you begin to go on the offensive. And I'm saying all of that to say, Your Excellency, that we are in a good position, we as in the judiciary, to begin to go on the offensive now. So we have sort of gotten the stop. We have gotten the judicial equivalent of stopping the flow of runs. And so we are beginning to see we're sort of stabilizing now in terms of the turnaround for judgment and getting cases through the courts. And so what we need to do now is to organize ourselves to go on the offensive so that in 3 years we can be among the best in the world in terms of the indicators. And a significant part of that, which I will use this opportunity to indicate to my colleagues that we'll be looking at, is artificial intelligence and its value in looking at standard form documents such as divorces and probates. And I dare say there may very well be applications in the Court of Appeal in this way, that by now, certainly for the common types of cases that come before the court, I think we all have a pretty good idea as to what the evidence is supposed to be, what the judge is supposed to be saying about the evidence, and it's a matter of using the technology to identify those parts very quickly. And then we know what the legal standard is, so we have those three things now. What the evidence is, what the judge is supposed to have said, what the legal standard is, and then it's just simply a matter of whether the judge said it or not. And so in that way, we can actually introduce an element of greater efficiency within the courts, certainly at the appellate level, because all you're dealing with is a transcript there. And so this is part of the new judiciary going forward. And Justice Dunbar Green is an essential and critical part of that, as also the other judges in the Court of Appeal. So, Your Excellency, it only remains for me to thank you for accommodating us twice within the last 2 weeks, and to say to yourself and the staff of King's House that we appreciate the effort that has gone into allowing these two ceremonies to have taken place so quickly in the month of January, and to wish for Dunbar Green a successful term in the Court of Appeal. Thank you very much.
I'll now invite Justice Dunbar Green to give her brief remarks.
Your Excellency, Honorable Chief Justice, Honorable President of the Court of Appeal, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to be afforded this opportunity to continue my public service as a member of the judiciary, and I assure you that I will work conscientiously and consistent with the oaths I have taken here today. I am underscoring that because the world is witnessing severe challenges to very important institutions, and much work is required globally to restore public trust and confidence. Here I recognize the work of our Chief Justice, the Honorable Brian Sykes, and the Honorable President of the Court of Appeal, the Honorable Justice Brooks, in this regard. I will continue to play my part. I take the opportunity to wish all of you good health, God's grace, and much success as you continue to discharge your very important national roles. I thank you for this opportunity once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the swearing-in ceremony for Justice Dunbar Green. Our congratulations to you, Mrs. Dunbar Green. We wish you well in the execution of your duties. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Have a great week.